It's a lot of HP for 100 gold, but I think it's worth it. Because, you know, he's a Necrophos. He doesn't really get harassed out of lanes.
Trixi's going to do the sneaky little stuff. Steal the creep wave, go on his own merry way, while Cloud9 is currently running a mid-tri lane against Ninjas in Pyjamas. They'll pick up qojqva as a double crush. syndereN can't really harass this out, and qojqva is being manhandled with BabyKnight early triggering the Metamorphosis. They have enough damage just to kill the Alchemist. No, you look for the bot lane that Radiant pushes in and takes that tier 1 tower. Not the mid lane, especially when NoiA's running interference on qojqva, keeping him out. But qojqva has the bottle, he's got the level 2 acid spray, but they're throwing syndereN around. They can turn the attention towards the Ogre Magi, finally saying, yes, you mean something, you mean gold on legs. And Ryze can solo kill him. 2 seconds.
They both have boots.
1 second.
Juke syndereN. Juke. Ah, no jukes.
But they've lost the damage now because they did the chase. There's not.
And they also don't know where he's going to be rotating. They can, you know, the lane will push so far in. He could be metamorphosing on top or bottom. Could be smoked or just farming.
The whole stump does this work. The double edge as well. But Era starts to spin. HeStEJoE doesn't have enough life to survive. And Ryze didn't have enough damage to put him down. It was only a level 2 on the Fade Bolt. A little bit of a miscalculation coming in from Cloud9 on the kill. I thought they had a hero, and now Ryze is in way too far. qojqva rotates over. He was just here to farm up a couple of creeps. Now syndereN finds the kill onto Ryze. And NoiA slowed up by Hani. Juggernaut's too far away. But it's
pretty good, to be honest. You know, you commit 50 gold, but you're getting more than that with the banner because you're an alchemist.
The only downside is you can't just TP into a lane and join them, so you're basically fully committing to farm. NoiA, hi syndereN. They set a bit of a trap for this. BabyKnight actually triggers his Metamorphosis already. So syndereN's on the run. They need a secondary crush of in 1 second time, and they get it. And that's the kill onto syndereN. But BabyKnight needs to create a lot more of himself and then, what, move to bottom tier 1 tower? Ace can push it in now.
I have like 2-3 more Splinter Blasts in the tank. They know.
Yeah, they're killing the healing ward.
No TP.
BabyKnight's fine as long as he takes the tower.
Yeah.
Again, there's no... Oh, okay, they're actually TPing in. Juggernaut picked up, throwing down.
This is risky.
There's no amplification as, well, more support. Still on the way. Hani with a Splinter Blast to take care of BabyKnight's illusion, so that damage is gone too. But both HeStEJoE as well as Ryze, they found syndereN in the tree lines, but Era moves over. Quick Omni Slash, that'll take care of the Rubik, and then into a spin. Chasing down NoiA, the Darkseer wall is down for Trixi. No one really walked through it, however. So there's no real buff up that comes from this, and with the Winter Wyvern down, and the rest of NiP sort of in retreat back behind the tower once again, BabyKnight can continue the push.
Yeah, his Metamorphosis is down now. It was only level 1, so he has 4 points in the illusion, so they do...
NoiA's got the movement speed. The Surge is there too. The Crush, it didn't catch syndereN as well, but he's looking over towards HeStEJoE. HeStEJoE needs to hide. He needs a Tranquil Boost to start having...
Yeah, they're going to try and defend this mid tower.
Can Era just spin? And he can just spin.
Nice fort. He might actually die. He can ult him.
Ace just to hold him there. So there it flows. If they got enough damage, he'll still die. They don't get the bonus from the kill of killing him with the scythe.
Yeah. Here's a blink.
It's definitely a Viz rune.
Alright. We'll see. It looks like Cloud9, they don't want to give up this tower. They realize how strong they are. They don't want to give up 1 inch to NiP. The Alchemist is farming in the meantime, but they don't really care.
HeStEJoE, the double stun, the follow-up through as well. They have enough damage to kill the Juggernaut. He's cold in phrase for the moment. And then Hani lets the curse go over on the Slanter. A bit of an optimistic stun out there from Necro. It doesn't do enough work with the scythe to kill off syndereN. So syndereN makes a break for the tree line. It cancels his TP, but syndereN will die to the Death Pulse, if not just the attack from BabyKnight. But it was Ace that got the kill nonetheless. So you lose 2. Yes, you lost the Juggernaut, but from a double crush, it could have been a lot worse for NiP.
Yeah, for sure. They do lose 2 though, and maybe even gonna lose this tower. Winter Wyvern is walking in, so they'll be able to Splinter Blast. But maybe he's got the Yasha. He is dealing a lot of damage on this Terrorblade.
He's wanting to stop this. Puts up the wall, tries to
Radiance is up.
qojqva rotates in as well.
He's
Gets
dead.
stun over on Terrorblade. The Centaur is there to help the stomp. Help the stun, help the control through the stomp.
Yeah, this Radiance, he just picked it up, and they wanna fight with this. This is not a game where you can just AFK farm on the Alchemist and it'd be okay.
Concoction again.
That's a lot of acid.
Try farming heroes. That works. And then the tier 1 tower straight after.
Yeah, that was pretty huge for farming on this Terrorblade. He's had a very good start and has plenty of space on the map, so he's not just confined to his own jungle. And they can look for pickoffs with this Necrophos, the Slaughter.
Oh, they found syndereN. not certain Stampede was really worth it.
Yeah, he actually held the neck control sword. I think he tried to use it at the last second. They're not going to let this game slow down. They're not going to let the Alchemist get 6 items. They're going to be the aggressors, not let MP make any possible moves.
Yeah, they're fighting on bottom lane, up against the almost temporary Chen. Hero gets destroyed. syndereN starts his TP out. There's an extra stun that comes in from the side. So 2 heroes lost as Hani has to hide in the tree lines. No TP scroll available, but he does have that. Trixi knows it too. They've smoked up so they can get him just a little bit closer out of range of the Observer wards, but Cloud9, they stalled up a little bit close to the end of Roshan. Metamorphosis got another couple of seconds left on it. HeStEJoE, he's the man on the front lines. Roshan still down at 600. Do they go in for this one? Hani's enabled. aTTaX burn just comes off cooldown now.
Oh.
Hasn't used it yet, but
He got bashed.
he's looking over towards Ash. BabyKnight, he'll finally do the job. He has Roshan. Omni Slash almost fully focused down on Ryze after he bounced off HeStEJoE, who'll get the follow-up stun into Era, but this fight's in 2 different parts right now. The concoction stun on top of NoiA. qojqva's able to take care of him. HeStEJoE will fall as well. Cloud9, they were the ones meaning to take Roshan and gain the advantage in this game. And now syndereN sees the double TPs arrive. Quick stun over on NoiA, and they'll just get the hell out of there, syndereN.
Yeah, he is dead.
I don't know if Alchemist even really help him, or if he should help him. Support is in the neighborhood, but one last attack from Ace will finish the job.
qojqva almost got scouted out there by the slaughter, but he should be fine. Just
Backing out to ensure the Aegis Immortal is going to trigger. Without one of their heroes being dropped down low, Hani is still waiting for his chance to go in as Ace jumps over towards qojqva. Terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Locked in position. The stuns continue again. They're back into a 3-man ball,
Ooh.
and they curse on. It's on the Terrorblade, but the damage is negligible for the moment. It was only NoiA and HeStEJoE hitting into him. As the fight, it will continue. The Sunder has already been triggered. The Scythe has dropped down, so say goodbye to your Juggernaut. Never even got his ulti up, and syndereN's on the run, being amplified up. The concoction stun, it spills out towards BabyKnight with a Splinter Blast. It's not enough damage, but the slow from Hani is allowing qojqva just to chase them down and let the Radiance burn do the work. He ticks out on max range of the Radiance. Is there a stun on Ryze? Yes, there is, both back and concoction. He'll burn out as well, but it's Hani who finds the kill. Again, Cloud9 coming off worse for wear in these fights, and again, it's Jug. Observer ward, and qojqva just keeps the chase going. You've got an extra Mud Golem to lend a stun. Another one about to arrive, so Ace, maybe with HeStEJoE, they keep the stuns, they keep the focus over on Ace with a backpack. Now it's HeStEJoE who's in too deep. Cloud9, all they want to do is help a friend. Potentially they could have just fed away the Centaur.
yeah, that was an exile.
They're holding on the lane for the moment. Still trying to play around the tree lines. BabyKnight comes in, creates more copies of himself. qojqva, not certain exactly where he wants to go until NoiA jumps in, gets the double crush. Where is that Darkseer wall? The Wyvern is already put down. You've removed the curse from the fight. The Darkseer back wall will be there. Only gets a couple of copies, but then again, the stuns are all on top of Ninjas in Pyjamas. This time it's HeStEJoE doing work as well as NoiA. They keep the stuns going, keep Alchemist out of the fight. Now BabyKnight can turn his attention towards the Alch. With no Darkseer, maybe Era. Era's already committed his Omni Slash, but it's qojqva who just turns on. It's not even the Chemical Rage that's doing most of the work here. He's able to outrun them as Chemical Rage is wearing.
Gonna commit for the Roche because their Metamorphosis is wearing down. Sort of the same scenario as before.
It's difficult. Manda Illusions continue to go in. Now qojqva with the Shiva's Guard. They found HeStEJoE, and that's the full Omni Slash with the Ags upgraded. Meaning Era has more than enough damage to kill off the Centaur when he finds him sold.
Or the Juggernaut, but they are starting to fall a little bit behind on Cloud9.
Oops. NoiA missed his stun. With the Shiva's Gun, he's lost so much movement speed as well, trying to make a break for the tree line, but he'll go down. 51 seconds without a slaughter. And qojqva with more money, he can buy himself a secondary. Right now, he doesn't have any friends. Terrorblade's having a couple more coming around behind him. So the first stun, second stun to Stampede against a lot of the damage. The Hoof Stomp goes on to Era. So Era's taking too much of the damage, but it's going to leave HeStEJoE stranded by himself. There's more teammates coming up through the lane, but qojqva preparing the concoction. Another stun. Era still has his ultimate available too. And Cloud9 just cut their losses, except for the fact that Centaur was dead.
Yeah, after a couple of those more clumsy fights in the mid game, they were doing really, really well. The Terrorblade has continued to farm, but the Necrophos has fallen really far behind. It's just gotten a plate mail and upgraded his Dagon 1 level, sitting just a Dagon 2. His impact is, very much. If they aren't blowing up the Alchemist at the beginning of these fights, then he kind of doesn't really do that much. He can't just walk up in the middle of the fight.
Wow.
Whoa!
Thought he had it, now he's on the sidelines for 2 minutes, thanks to that Aghanim Scepter.
Oh,
And it is NiP on the run. The Omni Slash is off. He's managed to go through most of the creep wave down into the spin, but minimal damage. In fact, even the Thunder, but the curse is over on the Necrophos. He'll go down. A wonderful curse from Hani. Kind of salvages a large portion of this fight. As NoiA goes on a hunt, misses on his Blink Crush. syndereN stun and 4-star TP. No, he's just going to try and leg it.
He's gonna get crushed.
He just turned around. It's like he's waiting for the 42-minute rune.
He's trying to juke.
Is he?
He's dead.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, he is definitely dead, and that's what they have to do on Cloud9. I think
Comes to push from BabyKnight. This fight's critical to win, especially as Roshan is only just respawned. So you don't want to lose this and then lose Roshan straight after Necrophos. It was enough to kill off Era. That side doesn't do the work, and now Era's still waiting. Now he lets rip. Wants to kill off BabyKnight. Around the wall, do they have enough damage? The bouncing around between HeStEJoE as well as BabyKnight. Era still cannot do enough damage. It's 11 seconds until Alchemist is up, but he has not had to buy back just yet. This is the upside. As long as he has teammates left when they survive, Trixi, he'll get back to base. He'll survive. They don't lose anyone until the scythe will drop. It's over on Era, so he'll fall, but Alchemist, qojqva is on the front lines, and he'll look to punish them. Letting go of the stun, pulls it back in. The perfect back timing, catching both Ryze as well as Ace together. NoiA's forced to blink back in again to go for this stun, but there's so many more left. BabyKnight, the Thunder, qojqva held, actually protected by the Glimmer Cape. He'll turn around once more, looking for the stun onto BabyKnight. The Spinner Blast slowing him down. Now Concoction flies out, and qojqva will beat him down. Hani may drop, but it'll be for the greater good if BabyKnight will fall, which he will. The illusions, it won't do enough. NoiA, he'll jump in for the crush. So Alchemist will fall. Trixi and syndereN, they're on the hunt for the kill. What's happening? It's the full wraparound. A fresh observer.
Oh, that's such a good ward.
Now the Concoction plant goes down. Rubik is there. Will he go down quickly? Ryze wants to escape back out again. A back wall, pulling BabyKnight NoiA back into the engagement for Trixi. He has to disengage, but there's your curse. It's all on top of the Slaughter. He's dropping quickly, and he'll actually die to the curse of the Omni Slash. It's solo on the Necrophos. He'll push himself back up next to BabyKnight. So the Omni Slash doesn't do enough work, but Trixi's in there. He'll do the work. A buyback in from the Slaughter, but BabyKnight perma-stun practically. With all the slow, with all the Darkseer illusions fighting for them, Ninjas in Pyjamas come out on top, and they're making a break. If anyone wants to come in close, I'd be happy to concoct him. But it's more space creation than anything else. And Hani's waiting too. How long? 7 seconds till curse is up. syndereN jumps forward, able to get that long stun over on the Slaughter, but it's all about the Terrorblade. If they can bring him down again, the curse is on him, but it's only Ryze and NoiA attacking into him. That's not enough damage, but the isolated HeStEJoE here committing the Diffusal Blade charge means the Centaur is down. He committed all of his money to buy that refresher ore before. Hands up in time to protect that melee racks, but qojqva trying to do the most he can just to force up the Megas while there's a fight happening outside the base. qojqva is 1v2ing this fight split into multiple parts, but I think Cloud9 are going to accept the inevitable soon. Yes, you just lost the Alchemist for the Necro, but you're up against Megas. They need to find some kills and then just force some level of pushback. It's the only way this ends well for him.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before everybody respawns and then walks back toward the base.
They found Error. HeStEJoE, off stomp, yeah, sort of nice, but kind of just reveals Error. BabyKnight is NoiA taking way too much damage, so BabyKnight has to go in for the Sunder. At least you know when the Juggernaut comes out,
those 12 slashes.
He was low because of the Sunder, but never really felt the pain of it. Now Ace will jump in, the Scythe will drop. Juggernaut's down, but Ace may have committed himself way too heavy to try and find that kill. qojqva's back to the front lines after the buyback. They'll wait it out, and well, you could Dagon down an extra one, but Ace still on the run, still a pest, but still dead.
Yeah, buybacks on both the Terrorblade and the Centaur. They're going to try and defend the high ground. They're not going to give up yet, as this does mean they're going to have to play a lot more games, most probably, or at least a few more, as it'll put them even with NiP, I believe. But it's looking pretty grim. qojqva pops the ult, going to continue to go to work with like 15,000 buffs on him.
He's only got 3,000 life. That's doable. Except when HeStEJoE gets multicast stunned up. Might be easier for syndereN if he had that extra 4th stun ability, but hey, it's not possible for him. A Terrorblade locked in the Darkseer wall. Really painful as well, because he's basically dying to himself, and finally the call comes out. GG is it. Ninjas in Pyjamas will take the victory over Cloud9. And I will double check the standings as well. Just to see.
Extremely poorly for Cloud9, and whenever your Necrophos just starts falling off on items like that, the Terror Blade starts falling behind, and you actually give the space for the Juggernaut and the Darkster to catch back up. You're suddenly 3 cores versus 2, and these Centaurs that are normally massively game-changing, you know, they're not particularly good against NiP's lineup. They don't have they don't have the necessity to jump in and kill some hero and just blow them up. They're all about this damage over time, slowly killing heroes, saving heroes, these long, drawn-out fights, and the Centaur's not particularly